I'm excited to be starting a new project. I went to someone on Facebook suggested, here, let me switch screens here. Someone on Facebook suggested that I go to a place called the QTube. They have videos there that are available for people to check out, for composers to check out. It's very well-made videos there that are completely finished. They're just missing music. So it's an opportunity for composers to go and make their own music to these very well-produced videos. So I'm doing that. I grabbed this video called Spring. Apparently it was a competition. Here, let me show you this. This was a competition piece for people to put their own score in here. I didn't know about this. I just found out. I missed the deadline, but I'm still going to score it for this channel. I think it's going to be really fun. I just really looked at the video kind of briefly the other day when I checked it out. I haven't really lived with it, and so we're going to be starting fresh. I'm going to spot the video here right now. And I just from the brief looks I had at it, I wrote some ideas down, and I made some notes while I was changing my instrument palette, right? So we'll go through those in just a second. So how about right now we take a listen and a view and a watch to this really awesome animated short. I can't wait to score this. So let's take our first look right now. So there's some sound design in there. Cute little girl. A magical object given to her by a mysterious creature. Yeah, it's really cool. Really beautiful. This is really exciting. I love doing this kind of thing. I think this is going to be I think this is going to be a great project. Right. So again, no music, a little bit of sound design, some I wouldn't even call it voiceover. It's really just vocal effects, some giggling and sighs and stuff in there. So because there's like no, there's no talking. Really, the music has to be kind of a character in this story, right? It's not really going to be, I mean, it's background music, I guess technically, but really the music has to be a character here, I think. Um, so really, that was the first time I got to sit and watch it, other than the very first time that I saw it on QTube. I took some of these notes while I was setting up my palette. So here are some of these, the sort of emotional or direction that I'm giving myself here. So I kind of want to hit some of these emotional notes. Right? The girl seems very innocent. So innocence. There's some whimsy there with the dog. There's some drama, tension, release, joy at the end, and elation at the return of spring. There's some magic, and of course those creatures have some power, and so does the girl. So sort of the interplay of all these different things. Maybe some other things will come to mind. I was thinking that maybe rising gestures in the music would show growing things, and falling gestures to show the monsters. I hesitate to even call them monsters. I'm going to call them creatures. The creatures are not evil, I think. They are like neutral elemental forces, right? When I first saw it on YouTube, I was thinking, oh, these are monsters, but they're really not, right? They are just like elemental creatures, right? They're not out to get the little girl or the dog. I was also thinking to make sort of a theme that might develop. I was thinking about instrumentation. Here, I have my instrumentation down here. I've got some tribal loops, right? There's sort of an exotic feel to it, I think. It's a bit sort of mishmash, right? The girl's wearing these kind of, I don't know, would they be Asian clothes? I don't know. But, she's got a European dog, and there's this sort of like forest magic and stuff. So I've got also a mishmash of different instruments that I was thinking. I think some kind of like ethnic, maybe Middle Eastern drum loops might be good in there. Tin whistle, I think, would be good to kind of give a sense of innocence. Boys choir has a sort of a magical feel. Maybe like a Middle Eastern violin or fiddle, solo violin, recorder, alto flute, low whistle, tambourine, santur perhaps, and some mallet percussion. And I was also thinking that it might be cool to have like those kind of tree creatures have like amplified brass. I don't know. The whole thing has such an organic feel. Amplified brass might give like an industrial feel. I'm just throwing ideas out. We'll see how it all plays out. Also, some string effects I think would be cool, like string harmonic, glissandi. And I think I'm going to start with alto flute to sort of establish the theme. I was also thinking through my scale and harmonic palette. So I think what would be nice would be sort of a harmonic scale. Let me demonstrate that real quick. And then I'm going to start spotting. Here, I'll play it on the celeste here. So in C, the harmonic scale is this. Right, has a kind of bright majorish sound, but with the sharp 4 and the flat 7, it adds a little bit of magic and wonder. Also, I think the Dorian scale might work. And also just regular major, and I think it might be cool to sort of mix them up and have them kind of sort of play back and forth. And I was also thinking that there might be some opportunities for some polytonalities to have sort of like this kind of, and that chord progression, not the chord progression, those chords come right out of the harmonic scale. We'll see. Maybe none of this stuff will work. In any case, I got a palette with those instruments plus just some basic orchestral stuff. I took out most of my choir. My palette is a bit of a mess. I think I'm going to have to tidy this thing up when I go offline. All right, in any case, I think it's time to start spotting. So I've got some notes there. So first thing I like to do, here, let me switch screens here. Go back to this. First thing I like to do after watching it once or twice is just go in and mark out my editing beats just to get the timing of things sort of in place. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So I just mark out any significant cuts. Changes in the action, expressions, changes in the drama. All right, so then we get our title card here. Usually my little button on my controller here gives me a marker. I don't know why it's not doing that. I'll just have to do it this way. All right, so there's our title card. Also, the sound design has some musicality to it, so I'm going to have to make sure I incorporate that into what I'm doing. All right. So I'm just roughly putting in markers, and then I'm going to go make those exact. Creature. Right there, she gets the crystal thing. Okay, there's a color change. So some of these dramatic beats might get sort of punctuated with music. Not all of them. Right? I'm just giving myself markers. Make sure everything is there for me if I need it, when I need it. All right, right there. So that glance up. She has a very innocent look on her face. That might... anything that might make for interesting changes in the music or necessary changes in the music to enhance and tell the story. Boing! Okay, that's significant, right? Actually, it might be good to sort of get her revving up to this. And then when she smacks that thing on the ground. Interesting story. There was a composer named Heinrich Schütz, and he was a choir conductor, and the choir conductors used to stamp a staff on the ground just like that to mark time instead of conducting with their hands like that. You can see I'm not a conductor. But he accidentally smashed his foot, and it got infected, and that's how it killed him. Heinrich Schütz. Or at least that's what I've heard. Maybe that's an apocryphal story. All right, so this looks interesting here. So this monster's sort of rearing up. Starts to rear up there. So again, not all of these markers are going to be used to get the music timed. I'm just sort of getting a feel of the video and what needs to happen. All right, so these guys are waking up. Really neat creature design. It's like a moth tree. I think I want to show that. I don't know if those are eyes lighting up or something. All right, here in this foot. Uh-oh. All right, so then this creature knocks down this tree. So this is when we really start to get some significant tension, right? All right, that crystal thing goes flying. Boing, boing, boing. Let me make sure I get the frames for each one of those bounces on the rocks. Let me just make this wider here. I think I'm missing some keyframes. Boink. Somewhere around there. If you mark out every single edit and every hit with the music, sometimes it's too obvious. Uh-oh. He's pissed. All right, I think, right, we get a sense that they're going to do something when he lifts up his foot there. Oh, and the dog. Cute dog. I used to have a dog that looked like that. He was a terrible dog. All right, so now high drama here. All right. You know, I might go in and try to get every footstep. That's really what's making this feel tense here, is this dog almost getting stepped on. I got that one. Oh, there's one in the back too. Boink. All right. Skip ahead. There's one right there. Right there. Watch out, doggy. Okay, and then the little girl is worried. It's gonna be okay, little girl. I've seen the end. Let's see about these. All right, so we cut back to the dog. Footstep in the background. Footstep there. And then, okay, back to the girl. She's really scared. Come on, little girl, hustle. Oh, okay, then look, we've got a impending certain death here. All right. Cliff. And there are too many trees moving to make a significant, to try to figure out all those footsteps. So it's just going to be some kind of like high tension here. All right, what's next? Look at those guys. All right, little doggy. You can do it, dog. Okay. Good dog. Right there. Got it. Ooh, he hits the rock pretty hard, huh? It's kind of a funny frame. Ooh, he's really upset, little guy. All right. All right, the little girl's still coming to the rescue. Yeah, so again, I don't want to make it seem like these creatures are evil. They're clearly not compelled by that. Okay, this is significant. Right there. Okay, wait, so she slides that thing in. Right about there. Oh, all right. It sounds like the sound design is some kind of modified marimba. I did pick out a marimba in my instrument palette. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it now since that's sort of a feature of the sound design. All right, got that. Okay, release. Okay. Now I want to be careful that I don't score every single gesture that the characters make, because I think that can become kind of like Tom and Jerry cartoon score, and that's definitely not the vibe here. All right, she's safe. She's in control. Oh, that's cool. All right. So since I'm just a composer here and I'm not in correspondence or working with the director, it's going to be up to me to decide how much music goes in. Like I could totally see in this spot no music. And maybe that would be better. I've been living in California too long. I can totally see in this spot it would like be so awesome if there were no music at all. All right, so she's in control of the beast now. Right there. Look at that. Yeah, might be good to have just minimal music there. And look at that. It's making her little walking stick grow. I think we saw that earlier. But let's see, when does she really realize that? Okay, yeah, right there. Like she's seeing it, but it doesn't really sink in until the camera stops panning. So these are the emotional beats that we have to kind of clue in on. Look at that, nice smile. Really nice animation. Good faces. Oh, she's worried about her doggy. Conspicuously absent. Oh. All right, wait, where do we hear the dog starting to growl? That has to be definitely clear. We have to make room in the music for that. Right there. Let me just take a look at these waveforms a little closer there. All right, so right, I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Growling dog. And it might be cute to show that little tail in the music. I say show in the music, but I mean, you know what I mean. All right, so some comic relief here. Come on, doggy. Very cute dog. Hope the stream is looking good. I really had to tweak some settings in OBS. Hope it doesn't look like garbage. Oh wait, I wanted to get that little smile there. Everything's okay. And maybe her glance up. She's got work to do. Whoop. Time to get to work. Okay. Now this is where the music is definitely going to pick up. Because she sort of instigates spring. Okay, that's really cool. we see above the clouds. So this is where the music is going to be starting to have sort of a joyful, elated feel, I think. Expansive. Let me mark out that angle change. I know I'm not going to use all of these markers for timing, just chucking them in case I need them. All right. Winter is going away. Icicles melting. Plants growing. Here in Los Angeles, we didn't have any winter. All right, we got, what is that, foxglove? Neat looking tree. Okay, so nice mountain scene there. Things are going to start to get really expansive. There's going to be a lot of room to let the music develop here. It's just scene. There's no dialogue. Like I said earlier, the music's going to be a character in this story. Lovely. All right, there are our heroes. Right about there. All right, all is right with the world. We'll probably have the music kind of let off as she turns around and then swell up again as we see the end card there. All right. All right, and let's find out where it fades to black. Okay, the fade starts right around here, and then it just kind of fades out. All right. So the trick with short films, all right, wait, how much black? All right, then we get some information, text. I think I'll have the score kind of continue over these credits and whatever that stuff is. Yeah, so the thing with these short films, as opposed to a long format, right? You know, it's short. You don't have a lot of time to develop your ideas and your characters and everything like that. So I was thinking about this last night. You know, one of my favorite scores of all time is, well, all the scores for the Lord of the Rings movies. Hold on. And like an obvious comparison here is like the Ring theme. How's it go? How's it go? How's it go? Now I'm totally drawing a blank how the Ring theme goes, but it you know, it's a long melody, and over the course of the hours and hours of the movie, it has time to sort of develop and take its sweet time. But here I think it's going to be short motivic ideas that, you know, maybe we can only afford to use two, maybe one brief idea, just a few notes, and make the most of that. Otherwise, it's just going to be too much musical information. All right, I probably don't need to continue marking out all this stuff. All right, now I'm going to go... That's it. Right, that's the beginning of the ring theme from Lord of the Rings. I knew it would come to me. Anyway, all right, so let me switch out my screen here. We should be able to see the movie a bit. No, actually, I think it might be better for you just to look at my hairy arms. No, there. All right. So I'm just going to make sure that my markers are nice and tight and then give them some names, and then we could start scoring. All right, so the first marker is... Actually, I need to put some marks here. I wanted to start the score right at the beginning. I actually thought about cutting this part out of the short film, but I really want to give QTube credit. This is a really cool thing that they're doing. I want to make sure people see what they're doing. Okay, so this is going to be start, and then here's where it starts to fade. Fade to intro, and here's our intro cards. And I think I got all these things basically in the right spot. Uh-oh, looks like I'm starting to drop frames. Hope it's looking good over there on Twitch. All right. So we have our title, our intro cards, and then our title card. Let me nudge this over. You know what, I'm going to switch out to my Logic session here so you can see what I'm doing better. And I know I can have my movie in the corner so you can see. Well, usually it lets me do that. Oh, it's not letting me do it. All right, well, we'll just continue. I'm excited to start scoring this. I don't want to... Yes, Yar, good to see you. The Hobbit theme is great, too. I love all the themes in that movie, or those movies. Always good to chat, Yar. All right, so where were we? All right, so here's our title card. You know what one I really like, Yar, is the one from Rohan. Ba-ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. You don't, bum, whatever that is, on the solo violin. So effective, so effective. All right, so we fade to black there. Oh, and there's sound design in here. Listen up. All right, let me get those little hits marked out. We'll call that a plink 1. Plink 2. Oh, and some more plinky plinks. Plink 3 and 4. Continuing on. All right, so we got our fade in on these creatures. This sort of starts about here. Fade in on creatures. All right, so here the little girl gets the thing in her hand. This crystal right there. All right. Gets crystal. And right there she plugs it in. Plugs in crystal. I am anxious to start scoring this, so let's get done with this here. All right, she glances up. Okay, and she sort of revs up, and then here she slams it down. Slam 1. All right, now we reveal these creatures. Really cool creature design. Creature reveal. Boom. Up through the mist. Probably need to mark that out. You know, it's so important to do this kind of spotting so you really get all of the scenery into your brain as you're working. All right, now these guys are starting to wake up here. Right there, they start to light up. Creatures. What's next? Okay, we start to get some footsteps. Foot stomp. Skipping ahead. All right, so then the one knocks down the tree. Oh, I hear my kids playing outside. If you hear little kid voices. All right, so then the girl knocked down. All right, and the crystal is bouncing. Bounce 1, bounce 2. All right, creature rears up. All right, now they start to chase. Chase begins. All right, and our dog. No, chase doesn't begin yet. Creatures move. Start to go. All right, then the dog gets a bad idea. To chase. All right, now we're just going to mark out these footsteps. Call it stomp, stomp, stomp. Just wildly pressing buttons here. Right. All right, now the girl pursues. Worried. More stomps, right? Stomp, stomp, stomp. All right, 3 stomps there. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Let me make sure that these are keyed in properly. Good. Oh, that one's not timed right. Oh, no, that's in the background. Foreground, okay. Very concerned. Okay, now we see the cliff. Impending doom. Cliff. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Close up on doggy. Good catch, dog. All right. Dog catches crystal. And he smacks it to the rock. All right, and we can see that he is hurt. Oh boy, look at that doggy. All right, so the crystal settles down. And dog is hurt. Okay, so the little girl is really hustling now. Super worried. She's super worried. All right, and the foot from the sky. All right, she gets this thing in the nick of time. Gets crystal. Oh, okay, slams stick. Oh, maybe I gotta get right when she cracks her eye open there too. Cracks eyelid. All right, and she looks up. All right, no sweat. All right, so she's in control. And then she moves the creature. Okay. Creature is settled. All right, we're flying through this here. All right. Glances at growing stick. Pleased with it. All right. Dog missing. I think we hear the dog. Oh, yeah. All right, so looking for dog. Hearing. Oh, I got that one ready. Growling. Dog. Tail. Okay, comedy. Shot. Dog chewing. Cute face. All right, relief. All right, looks up. Work to be done. All right, and then this is the big slam. Spring begins. And then I think, yeah, the markers get a lot more spaced out. All right. View above mist. Okay, view from valley. Oh, she does slam it again. Okay. Ice melting. Spring is coming. All right, now things start to grow. Flower. Trees. Mountains. And then I think here's our final. Our heroes. Okay, work is done. All right, and the title card, end title. And then I'm just going to leave these other markers on. Oh, wait, fade out. Fade to black. I can spell black. Okay, so we still have sound design. All right, I'll leave those Untitled. Let me just lock down my markers. Cool. All right, it's time to start writing some music, I think. Save. All right, so I'm going to start right at the very, very beginning of this. All that I'm going to get in there. Why not? Might as well get in the mood. I think, let me refer to my notes here. Yeah, I was thinking to start with alto flute, and I already sort of have an idea for a theme. Let me find my alto flute. Ooh, I got to tidy up my palette. Alto flute. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. It's kind of innocent, a little mysterious, a little magical. Need a little more volume. Let's hear how that sounds. Well, I'll have to time that better. I like that vibe. So, actually, maybe that should start right on this intro here, and then I'll fill in the beginning. Ah, crap. My stream sucks. All right, if you're watching on Twitch, sorry that the stream is not really cooperating. Seems to be frozen. That's why I put these up on YouTube later. All right, I need to get my tempo figured out here. You know what? No, let me think about. I like this theme, and alto flute's nice. Very gentle. Let me give a little ambiance first. A little ambiance. Just some high. Oh, just because of the instrumentation I'm using with some of these winds, like I'm going to be using low whistle and tin whistle. I'm going to do this in D. I know the last track I did was mostly in D, but tin whistle and the low whistle really work well in that key. And I think I'm going to be featuring those instruments. Now I have some nice string harmonics in here somewhere. Somewhere. Here. I'm going to restart my stream right now. Of course, right as I start writing actual music, the stream just goes to crap. All right, looks like we're back. All right, I hope that's working. Doesn't look like we're dropping any frames. All right, let me figure out my tempo and time signature and all that stuff here so I can actually get some notes in. All right. Maybe we're at about 100 something. It seems a bit too fast. I'm just tweaking the tempo here. I think that little theme is going to be just right for this. I love the sound of the alto flute. So I got to find just the right tempo and also make sure that it allows me to hit the beats here. I don't know why we're getting hanging notes. 1 second. Oh, this is really annoying. Let me see if I can clean this up here. I'm going to just reload that sample. Okay. All right, let's see if that makes a difference. All right, I think that's working now. Let me just tidy up these string harmonics. Throw in the alto flute. Hey, we have a new viewer. Welcome, Heimberg Music. Good to see you. All right, there's this little modal change here that happens too soon. One more time. All right. This is not cooperating. All right, I think this is going to be a really perfect theme for this. Good, 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 good. And then our title card, okay. Where's our title card? We can sort of fudge it. I don't have to, oh no, it's, I thought it was a fade in. All right, I think I can nudge the tempo a little bit so I can get a nice solid hit there on the downbeat. There's our title card. Let's change this around. Whoops, don't want to do it like that. I'm going to put a little tempo change in here. A nice deceleration, I think, is going to feel real good, and then that hitting that title card right on the beat's going to be good. All right, let me hear with the click. All right, so you gotta do a little more work there. I also want to just get one more color in there. I really like the string harmonics there, those violin harmonics. I found a very cool, like a harmonic glissando, I think would be good in the violas. This might be too strange. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's give it a little bit of low end. A little bit of low end. Good enough. Got to finish up that flute lick. So I think the flute lick has to sort of get right up to here. Yeah. Not much expression on that. It's probably because it's alto flute right at the bottom of the register. It's not really going to get loud. But, you know, just orchestrate gently. Good. Getting there. Get that garbage out of there. All right. And I think just the tiniest little bit of percussion, very, very gentle. Something like... Yeah, doesn't have to be in time, just sort of improv that in. I just want to hear that flute entrance a little bit better. Yeah, I think the flute really needs to start right when it gets to black. Yeah. Hey, it feels like we're in a frozen forest. That's how it's supposed to feel. All right, we're going to just do a tiny bit more very gentle orchestration. Fill out the sound just a tiny bit. I think the hydraulic on my seat is breaking. All right, super, super gentle. Come on now. Sort of like the little forest creatures waking up. Has the stream frozen again? Arg. Going to restart stream. Lame. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It seems like stopping the stream and starting it again helps. It won't even stop. Come on now. All right. Come on now.